Today, Fred and I are in Gladys, Virginia. We're going to take you on a tour of Lynchburg Campground, where we're going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I will be showing you a lot of the roads today, as this seems to be part of the bad and the ugly here at Lynchburg. When you first enter the campground, the roads are nice and paved. Once you turn into the campground, all your check-ins are straight ahead at the ranger station. If you need, on the left, there is a resort office and information area. The office is tucked in between some trees, and unless you have need of some information about membership, probably will not be an office that you visit. Across from the office is some overflow parking for utility trailers and other vehicles. Check with the office if this is something you're in need of. Beside the office, there is a retro playground. It's no longer in use, but if you like to look at the older things on the parks, check it out. I think it's pretty cool. This is one of those discoveries that if you're not an explorer, you may not find. Put in the comment section below if this is the kind of playground that you used to play on. You'll find the office on the left-hand side. The right-hand side is used mostly for maintenance. I don't know if you can see the resident cat, but with Nikita around, I don't think we're getting too close. I think your best bet is to check at the ranger station. This is your ranger station where you will stop and register, picking up your packet and the number for your gate code. If no one is here, pick up the mic. Let them know you're here and they will return to the ranger station. You'll definitely have to open up your door to get to the code entry. It's mounted to the ranger station and not an easy access. Not only do you have to open your door and stretch out, but you have to be quick because you have about 20 seconds after you put the code in to get through the gate. Right across from the ranger station, you will discover tennis court / pickleball courts. There's some cracks in here. Few weeds in between the cracks. If you wanted to, you can get out here and play a little pickleball or tennis. Beside the tennis court / pickleball court, there is a baseball diamond. It has a backstop and a clear field. If you want to see an amazing baseball / softball field, check out the link above after you finish watching this and you will see Clarebrook RV Resort in Claremont, Florida. There is another overflow parking lot right next to the tennis court, where you can park your dollies if you have a toad. If you continue straight ahead from the ranger station, that's where you'll find most of your amenities. If you take a right, you will come to A loop and B loop. If you turn to the left, that is where you'll find C loop. They ask that you do not take any RVs down to the amenity area. Before starting a campfire, you might want to come out and check the fire danger. I'm not sure why they quit making these. Years later, this concrete picnic table is still here. Well, perhaps all concrete picnic tables do not survive the passage of time. The pavilion here overlooks the lake. What a beautiful view. You can use the old-fashioned brick fire pit here. If your style is more modern, you can check out this expert grill. This pavilion has water and electric. Plenty of picnic tables for a big gathering. I don't know about you, but I like when they have trash cans so you don't have to haul your trash out. If you need to keep the kids and others busy while you're setting up or cooking, the miniature golf, cornhole, basketball court, and horseshoes are right here by the pavilion. Your miniature golf putters are right here in a stand beside the miniature golf. Check with the ranger station for golf balls or bring your own. Nikita is giving the holes a thorough inspection. Does it pass your inspection, Nikita? Can't miss this bright red, a dedicated cornhole area just for you. There's a pool here, so if it's pool season, come check it out. Let us know how it is. We'd love to know. Your basketball area is full court, so if you want to get a game on, you can, or divide it into halves and play half court. If there's a basketball around the court, Nikita will find it. Whoa, go Nikita, go. The primary yellow represents the horseshoes here. If you haven't noticed, primary colors seem to be the theme. There's red for cornhole, yellow for horseshoes, and blue for miniature golf. The horseshoes are found right here at the horseshoe pit. There's a nice picnic table under a beautiful shade tree so you can sit and watch your children play. It's definitely a huge change from the retro playground. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I have a thing for bridges. So I just had to zoom in closer to this little swinging bridge here on the playground. In case there's not enough swings on the playground set, they put out a couple extra ones. Anybody up to joining me on the teeter-totter? And this is how a dog plays tetherball. At least this is how Nikita plays tetherball. Make sure you keep a careful watch out for the no RV signs. There's a couple in this area. Don't go the wrong way and have to turn around. The activity center with side pavilion and laundry room inside, overlooking the lake. Your seasonal pool, as well as the trading post, which is also pretty seasonal. There are showers and bathrooms here as well. Welcome to Ye Olde Trading Post. They're open on Saturday and Sunday only. I do hear they have t-shirts and candy and sodas in there for sale. Outside the trading post, there's a raised platform that has a seating area that looks right out over the lake. You can see the beautiful geese. If you want to try your hand at shuffleboard, the equipment's right down here. You can just grab it and see how you do. If you walk down by the lake, you'll discover the group fire pit. Down by the lake, there are kiddie swings and picnic tables. The lake is low right now. There's a beach area here where you're allowed to swim. They do not allow fishing or boats inside this lake. You'll find chairs scattered throughout the beach. There are several loungers in case you want to get some sun. Want a place to come down and bring your breakfast or a cup of coffee? They also have table and chairs down here. There's no swimming or boating inside the swim area, and swim at your own risk. No lifeguard. Of course, it's off season and the water's low, so I don't think too many people are coming into this lake to swim. Our favorite part of this campground is how beautiful the land is. If you're not in the swimming area, you can come out on the pier and do some fishing, have a cup of coffee, just enjoy nature. The lodge is looking out over the water. It has a nice deck where you can grab a chair, have a cup of coffee, and just reflect on life. One ranger said it's like the 1980s here. I come to the lake and all I can think about is Jason. If you're from the 80s and you like horror movies, you'll know what I'm talking about. Connected to the activity center is this amphitheater. How cool is that? It has lighting, picnic tables, stage. What a great place for a band. As we move into the campgrounds, the roads begin to change. We're going from the main road to Loop A, and it changes from concrete to gravel. There are trash cans to dispose of your garbage in all 3 loops. You can park in this parking area, unload your toad, and go scout out a place to be. You choose your own site here at Lynchburg. Lynchburg is notoriously known for its bad roads. Here's a spot that you have to cross over, coming into A and through to B. So you can see it's a little bit of a dip, inverted speed bump as Fred says. With the drainage on the side of the road, some of the sites may be a little harder to get into than others. You are gonna rock and you are gonna roll coming through these roads, so be prepared. Just FYI, you will discover that there are a lot of black bag sites, meaning these sites do not work. Each loop has a comfort station. We're gonna check out Loop A. Inside, you will find 3 sinks and 3 mirrors. On the other side, a little area to primp and prep. Down the middle, you will find 4 commodes on your right and 3 showers on your left. Each shower has a little changing area. The last shower has some handrails and a shoulder shower head. If you need to dump your tanks, the sanitary station is found in Loop A. Like most sanitation stations, you can dump 2 rigs at a time here. There's non-potable water here, so you can clean out your sewer hose. Whoa! And it has a little bit of pressure. There are a few sites here that do not have sewer. Across from the sanitation station, there is the propane tank. Check with the office for times of distribution and the prices of the propane. This is our site. We are at site A58. We paid the $3 extra for the 50 amp upgrade. The sites are a little more level, even though when you look at ours, it's still a little wonky. As you can see, our jacks are a little bit higher than we normally have them, and you can see that the wheels are raised just a little on the outside, but not the inside. You have to go back and tell them if you have a 50 amp site. They keep them locked, and they are $3 extra a night. The sewer here was a little bit further back than what we expected, and we stretched out both of our hoses. Thankfully, we didn't need our third one. Can't help but share this one. Our neighbor built a little rock stack to hold the sewer down. Each area comes with a picnic table. The sites also have fire pits. I like these rock-made fire pits. If you want to purchase some firewood, check with a ranger. You can purchase it through them. Some of the spots are larger than others, but most of the large spots have room for your toad. We are entering Loop B. So the sites aren't very level. They are gravel, so when you come through, you're going to have to pick and choose to see what's the best site for you. We are now on Loop C. Very similar to Loop A and B. A few rough roads, some campsites. Also has a few 50 amp hookups at $3 each. Like any other Thousand Trails, you're going to see several annual sites. One thing for sure, if you're looking for a rustic country background kind of feel, this is definitely a place for you. Make sure you slow down before you cross over this little inverted bump stop. Whether you're an annual or transient, we're all making memories one campsite at a time. We've heard some horror stories about these roads, especially when it's wet, but there's also some really good positive vibes at this campground. So let's not spend so much time on the roads. We know they're bad, but think of the beauty of this campground as well as making memories. There's a road between Loop A and Loop B that takes you around the lake into Loop C. There's no RVs allowed. After walking the road and taking Rocky down this road, I find it a little bit funny because the road is narrow, too narrow for an RV, but in much better shape than the roads throughout A, B, and C Loop. This road makes for a nice walk if you're into making steps, looking for those miles of challenge steps. If you're not a walker, it's a great golf cart path with beautiful views. It's very pretty through here, so if you get a chance, make sure you drive your golf cart or take a little walk around the lake. The flowering dogwood in the fall has berries that can be used for inks, dyes, and in the old days they used this to treat dog mange. Perhaps one of the many reasons they call it the dogwood. For some of us, the beauty of this land is enough. As you continue on this road, you'll find a little picnic area overlooking the lake. It's very peaceful right here. If you stray off this road just a little bit, you can go down another road right to the little fishing lake. It dead ends there, so be prepared to turn around, but a lovely place to visit. Well, we'll wish this guy all the best. There he goes, throwing out his line. Hopefully he brings in a big one. I'm going to take you on a little exploration of the laundry room. The laundry room is found in the brown activity building down by the lake. Has 2 washers. The washing machine takes quarters only, and it's $1.50. There are 2 dryers here. This room is tiny, so if you're claustrophobic, beware. The dryers take quarters only and cost $1. There is a little folding table in the area. They also have a little laundry basket where you can put your clothes from the washer to the dryer, but I promise you, you can literally stand in the middle, lift your little clothes out of the washer, and throw them right into the dryer with no problem. This is the full size of the laundry room, and I'm standing at the far end of the door. You will find the activity room down by the lake, and there's a pavilion attached to it. So if you need to come out of the rain and have a picnic, there's a place for you right here. Inside the brown building is an activity center. Looks like a common room where you would meet up. There are tables and chairs in here. A ping pong table. If you like foosball, you can come down here and play a little foosball. See if I can get it in. Right off the activity center, there is a TV area. You can come in here and watch some TV, maybe play some cards, or just chill out. They have morning devotional books here if you want to have a morning devotion, right on the coffee table. In the hallway, you'll see the bulletin board where you can find out what activities are going on through the campground. The lodge on Loop C. As you enter section C, you'll find the lodge, which is a room with lots of tables and chairs. You'll find a little book area here, so you can pick up a book from the library. They have several games and puzzles that you can take to the table. If you're looking for something to do in the area, they have lots of pamphlets here for you to look at. There are bathrooms in here as well. If you play piano, you can practice the piano right here in the lodge. The lodge has a TV area. In the TV room, there are more books. Remember, the more that you read, the more things you know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. It's a rainy day and you need some place to come watch movies that's a little bigger than your RV. They have a DVD player and a VHS player with a few movies hanging around. Looking for a Bible? The Gideons have left several here. Come and grab one if you need one. Let's see what's behind closed doors. Looking for a beautiful view? You can come out and have a cup of coffee or a cocktail on the porch and enjoy the lake. This campground may be old, but it's on beautiful property, and some of the scenery is absolutely stunning. That's one beautiful view.
That's a fishing lake.
On your map, it's going to be called the Small Lake.
But you can go fishing. And there's a fishing boat right there. You just drain a little water out of it. They're good to go.
It started to rain here. Time for us to head out. The erosion issue here could cause quite the problem that we don't want to deal with. If you choose to visit Lynchburg Campground, one word of advice: choose your site wisely in case it rains.
All right, it's time for the Lynchburg Cellular Service Report. Well, first up is AT&T at 35.4 megabits per second down. Pretty nice. And then uploads, 2.17 megabits per second up. I guess you can live with it. T-Mobile, second place at 21.9 megabits per second down and only 0.47 megabits per second up. And in last place is Verizon at 4.74 megabits per second down and 1.68 megabits per second up. Well, there you go. So there's your cellular service report. Lots of stuff to do. Of course, it's raining right now, so oh well. We'll catch you next time.